I'm learning as that goes. So I'm not really good at the marketing stuff. But what I try to do on my own is I try to market myself through my music. I bring something to the table that most guys can't do.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Jeff London, DJ Jason Smith.
Here come the pain.
When the sun goes down, the music turns up. A whole new world opens up behind the velvet rope. Join us as we take you behind the scenes of the nightlife world.
Are you ready?
DJ Jason Smith, Jeff London. I'm the promoter, he's the DJ podcast, live from Boston, Massachusetts.
All right, round of applause, everybody. Episode 10.
10 with double digits.
Yeah, we hit double digits this week.
I like that round of applause. Nice job.
It's kind of dope, right? Yeah.
We got anything else on there?
No.
How you been?
Chilling, man.
Yeah, is it week?
It's all right. The weather ain't that great up here.
No.
But it's been cool. Same old stuff, working on some remixes and constant organizing of music in files.
Forever and ever.
Forever and ever. Started over a year ago and like only halfway. So the project must be a 4-year project.
Wow.
Yeah, it sucks.
All right, we got a packed show today.
Yeah, we got a lot going on, man.
Should we get in this question of the week?
Yeah, dude. It's an awesome question, by the way. That was sent in by our listeners. So, like I said, always send them questions in. I'm the promoter. He's the DJ on Instagram. Hit me and Jeff up on our DMs. Do whatever you want. Just send us a fucking question.
And next week,
Who's
whoever paid, and next week, whoever question we choose, I think we'll get some merchandise.
Yeah, we're gonna give away some free stuff, guys. Some free merch.
Some free merch. So
Jeff's gonna pick
send
it
the
out.
questions in. Yeah.
He might wear it and send it to you after it's been used. As an extra bonus.
All right, here's the question.
Wait, you didn't like that? You don't want to give away like people would always buy like, ooh, Britney Spears drank that bottle of water. Here, sell it on eBay, $15,000.
No.
Okay.
All right, you guys talked about branding last week. How do you market yourself as a DJ for you?
Yep.
And for me, how do you market yourself as a promoter? So last week we talked about branding. This week is marketing.
Well, you go first because you should. How do you market yourself as a promoter? Because
we're talking.
That's a little bit more, I feel, fascinating than what I'll probably have to say, to be honest with you.
So we're using the definition of marketing as it refers to a company to promote the buying and selling of a product or service. So as a promoter, my company or service is to A, pack the club, B, bring the VIP customers.
Yeah.
So marketing, the promotional side of it is using your brand combined with marketing to make a full nightclub, in my case, full of VIPs, full of good-looking people that spend money.
Well, yeah, you can't have no broke-ass mofos.
But marketing involves strategies. So strategies are, whether it will be back in the day, it was ladies free before some point.
All that fun stuff. It would be like, open bar from like 8 to 10, but they don't even really open till 9. Yeah.
Marketing strategies such as, buy one, get one on certain bottles.
But that was back in the day when you had to hand out flyers to people.
That's back in the day. They don't do it
or they had like the clubs would have like those really cheesy like radio ads. Be like, now at Club Abyss this weekend.
You're good at that.
Wow. This thing's got bass, bro.
You might have a new job.
Shit.
Yeah.
I've been looking for something.
Been out of work for a little bit.
Yeah, man.
So marketing. So there's all different types of strategies of marketing. And I think that once you develop a brand, then you start to market that, and I think that's the next step.
It's basically how you sell yourself, right?
Correct. So once you have the brand, you're the person that's the VIP, that gets all the VIPs, the celebrities, the athletes. Then how do you market that? Showing them, pictures from the week before, me and, Big Poppy and stuff like that.
On
Just
your
market
MySpace page and stuff.
And you marketed, you always bring up the Jason Smith shirts.
Yeah, the who the fuck is Jason Smith shirts.
Right.
Yeah, that was a marketing ploy through the name change from DJ Boogie to Jason Smith. Yep. Which was actually Keith Richards wore a shirt that said, "Who the fuck is Keith Richards?"
Yeah.
Or no.
It wasn't.
No.
It was Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
We forgot the Keith Richards last week, and B, we got it wrong. It was Mick Jagger. But
obviously, they don't edit this show down, so it's what you see is what you get.
What you get.
That's cool though, because it makes it fun.
It does. So marketing yourself as a DJ, after you reach your brand, and after you reach your brand as Jason Smith, how did you market yourself?
Well,
or did you have other people market you? Is that how
at the beginning? I did. Yeah, I had a whole agency. I think I always talk about Mood Swing with Ricky and Johnny Maroney. Ricky was really good at managing and booking dates, and Johnny was really good at like marketing, and he was like, he had some great ideas, man, over the years that just were awesome, and it just showed even with the DJ, name change. So that back in the day, Mood Swing was a great combination because they were both partners, but one was good at one thing and the other was good at another. Instead of two people good at the same thing, kind of like then you have to hire out for another person to fill that void. So Johnny would do things like he would set up things for like I would be in the New York Post under page 6. He would set up stuff like that. He would come up with ideas to get me in like OK Magazine. And back in the day,
no social media stuff, really.
No, there was no social media. So the only way people would know that you were dealing with celebrities or on that level, like AM was the first person to do it. AM was always a dope DJ, but what took his DJ career to the next level was the fact that he started dating Nicole Richie. Paparazzi started seeing that. He was already doing dope shit in LA. He was already DJing for Madonna, not taking any of that away from him at all. I'm just saying what took him to become nationally known was the fact that the paparazzi was catching him out. So Johnny would work that angle too because it just worked. We would have a PR. We had a PR person within Mood Swing that would reach out to these tabloid magazines and put, I was DJing with Kim Kardashian. I always worked with Pete Wentz, so they'd always put me and Pete Wentz together in OK Magazine and those I shouldn't just say OK, but like all those tabloids, like People Magazine. This is before social media.
And we have to reiterate that social media is great, and it's a piece of the puzzle, a piece of the marketing puzzle.
Yeah.
If you use that as your only marketing strategy, you have no strategy. Do you have to use social media? Absolutely. I think that's unnecessary because I think people look at that as well. But that is just a piece of it. You have to expand way beyond that. That can't be your only stream of marketing and social media. I think it goes way beyond that.
And Jeff, I have to say, like, Jeff's a beast at this shit. He's really good at the marketing and stuff like that. That's not my forte. That's not what I really know, and I'm not afraid to say it. It's hard. It's hard being a DJ, a guy that makes Photoshop flyers, a promoter. I'm doing everything. Instead of just focusing on playing my music and working on my art. Now I have to do other stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm learning as that goes. So I'm not really good at the marketing stuff, but what I try to do on my own is I try to market myself through my music. I bring something to the table that most guys can't do.
I like that.
You know what I mean? So it's not a strategy. It's just the way that I carry, I perform my art by, playing different stuff. Again, you could come see me every Saturday. I am not playing the same shit ever. And I think that's part of my marketing thing. I don't play the same stuff. You want something different. You want to give your clients a different experience. Then you have somebody like me that comes in that could do that. Because what's going to happen is if you have the same format and the same formula and the same songs play every week, by the fourth week, people are going to expect they're going to know what they're walking into. You have we had the guys on last week from 11, and we were talking with the guys from Limelight, and it has to be a different experience every week, or people are going to know what they're getting into before they go. And if they know what they're getting into before they go, then they could be like, I did that last week. I don't want to do that shit again.
Exactly.
But if you constantly come with new experiences for these people, like I worked at the Box. The Box had a show. I would DJ. They would do a show on stage. I would DJ. They'd do another show on stage. 5 nights out of the week, they would have shows, right? Mm-hmm. Every night was a different experience. You could go there 5 nights in a row and experience something totally different.
Yeah, I love that.
That's what you want. And that's how you get your clients to keep coming back, which is the most important part.
And that's their strategy. Yeah, no, I agree on that.
And I think that's being lost in some of nightlife, and it needs to come back. That's why those guys from 11 were saying it was stale. Yep. So my marketing goes, I just try to keep it real. I just be myself, let my art work the floor, and create these moments through my music, for everybody. I don't just play house music that just caters to this 10 people over there.
Right.
I want the whole room to come together. And at some point later on in the night, I want the whole room singing along together.
I love that.
So that's my marketing is pretty much just the way I approach my art and I DJ.
So listen up.
That's a long-winded answer from both of us.
Use social media. It's just a part of the tool, a part of the puzzle.
Oh, yeah. You definitely have to use it.
And I want to thank you again for the questions that we're putting in. So next week, whoever gets a question picked, they're getting some merch. DM us at I'm the promoter, he's the DJ on Instagram or any social media platform. And I think it's time.
Yeah, it's time. Time for the percolator.
Gather around, kids. It's story time with Uncle Jeff. The names have been left out to protect the guilty.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell.
I think I lost my phone. Oh, I'm sitting on it. All right, Jeff, it's time for the story of the week, dude. What's the story this week, my friend?
All right, it's the time we crushed the dive bar.
Ooh, that sounds fun. I love crashing dive bars.
So this group was playing in Boston. They had a couple shows in Boston, like over 2 or 3 nights.
What kind of genre of music would it be?
Party rock. But I think they were touring with LMFAO. It wasn't LMFAO, but they were touring with them. It's 3 guys. They had a smash hit. All right. So first night, Wednesday night, took them to a club. We had a blast. Such a good night. They had the next day they were performing. They performed. Call me again. Said last night we had so much fun. But they want to go on a little tour of Boston. I heard Boston's got some good bars. I didn't have any clubs that night. It was a Thursday night. I said, let's go to a dive bar. They were so down. We go downtown Boston.
Yeah.
The diviest of dive bars. Like college-y dive bar. It's like a typical college Boston dive bar pizza, nachos.
But it's like it's a perfect fit for a band that's on tour with LMFAO that would want to go.
Yeah.
They don't want to go to the local, like, Southie bar.
It wasn't an Irish pub. It was just like they had a DJ going.
It's a dive bar, but it was like a energetic dive bar.
Yeah. He was spinning like top 40 tunes. Everyone's singing along. That we're crushing the table, just eating pizza, nachos, and cheap drinks, and their song comes on. Now at this point,
you're saying there was a DJ playing there.
Yeah, he's playing top 40 hits.
So if he's playing top 40, did he know these people were in the building?
Absolutely not.
It just randomly came up and played?
These guys look, I should have explained this too. These guys just look like regular dudes. Like just like regular. Like they're not flashy. They're not, they're just regular. Like you would not know if they were, this group or not. But the song is so huge at this moment. The DJ just plays it just because it's so big and he's playing it.
randomly. Yeah,
the
yeah.
place
Goes
goes
nuts.
bananas.
Yeah, yeah.
These kids get up from their bar pizza and nachos, run to this little dance floor next to the bar, and just start hopping up with the rest of the bar.
Yeah, yeah.
And had the place is going wild, singing the lyrics, the song, everything. They had no idea
it was them.
That was them right next to them. These guys, they sat back down and they were like, nobody had an idea. And I was like, nope. He said, that was the best feeling. Nobody cared.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
just
they
sang
just they
just-
saw a natural, organic reaction to
Yeah.
their song without it being like, oh, because they're on a stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it was like the best night. We crushed some more bar pizza, cut some more beers.
I mean, I want a bar pizza right now.
So they left on the tour day the next day, and they went from basically a dive bar. They probably flew off into G6 after.
Yeah.
And that was the time we crushed a dive bar.
Sick. I like that. That's a good story, Jeff. Jeff always comes with a good
Gather
story.
around, kids. It's story time with Uncle Jeff. The names have been left out to protect the guilty.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell.
So wonderful. Yeah, you know what that sound is? Well, if you don't know, I'm going to tell you.
Tell us.
It's the Positive News Network. That's our new intro. It's not new.
Not new.
But if you don't know,
Now you know.
now you know. We do things a little different around here. We get sick and tired of hearing all that negative news and all that negative energy on the news channels you hear. So we started something over here called the Positive News Network. And Jeff always brings us an awesome story.
PNN.
So what's the PNN of this week, my friend?
All right. We just passed Earth Day. Rick Ross might be a big fan of Earth Day as well.
He is. That's why I did that. He told me.
Yeah, he told you. This is actually have to do with Miami-Dade County, which is hilarious because of Rick Ross.
I know. That's why I did it, bro.
Oh, thanks.
You think I won't pay attention to anything that's going on in this show. And I do. That's why I saw the news thing, and I was like, well, it'd be perfect.
So first discovered in Miami-Dade in 2014, the coral reef down there spread throughout Florida into parts of the Caribbean. They came up, Florida researchers reveal they came up with a common antibiotic to treat bacterial infections in humans, and it is curing coral reef health, which is unbelievable because
if you just even touch that stuff, it kind of
Yeah.
like dies, right?
because I'm a huge Discovery guy, just huge History Channel, sci-fi guy.
Yeah, that's not wrong with that, bro.
I love those shows. I love watching those shows, and to see some of these oceanography documentaries,
It's fascinating.
but it's also like depressing watching the coral
Yeah,
reef
yeah,
just
it's
die.
sad. It's sad.
And I thought it was really cool how they just used a common antibiotic, and now it's coming back, especially in Florida, where I'm sure it's.
I think a lot of things that could fix us and other things in the world could be found in common things,
Right.
but we look way past that. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
It's like,
Well, they say, I mean, if you, speaking of Earth Day, if the rainforest has like millions and millions of cures for things.
oh yeah,
that-
they don't even know. Yeah.
And most of it we don't even know.
Oh, I watched something about that the other day, actually. Yeah, let's
There's,
talk about that. Hold on. Wait, what
which
are you
one?
saying?
The-
Oh, where the Sahara desert winds go.
Where do they go?
The storms, you know how like
Yeah,
the sandstorms, it's
yeah.
got to go somewhere. It goes all the way from Africa and ends up in the rainforest in Brazil. That's where it ends.
Really?
If the sea, it flies all the way across the sea, bro, to the Brazilian. So that's that sandstorm feeds the rainforest somehow, bro. It's insane.
That is pretty crazy.
Well, see, you might even learn something by listening to our podcast.
Earth Day is pretty cool. Yeah.
I'm full of useless knowledge.
yeah,
for sure.
I'm so with it. But you don't know who Keith Richards.
I know Keith Richards is. I read his book, bro. It was the longest book of my life. It was at least 3 years of my life to read this book, bro.
So catch up on the coral reef. It's pretty good news from the Earth Day, and that's this week's positive news. All right, once again,
Yeah, man.
where can we find you, Jason?
Well, I want to change things up this time because I always screw this part up. I want you to go download my music
Ooh, I like that. Where can we download your music?
or listen to it or just peep it. Everything's on my SoundCloud at I Am Jason Smith. So it's soundcloud.com. I Am Jason Smith. And my IG, which is Instagram for y'all that don't know, is Jason Smith Music because somebody already took that I Am Jason Smith shit. So I had to change it up. And you can find Jeff London at
Jeff London _IG.
And you can find us at
I'm the promoter. He's the DJ. Get your merch. Get your Rick Ross Grunson.
Yeah, go check out our merch. We got merch up. We got t-shirts.
BigNightShop.com.
Yeah, man.
Find us.
Great show, man.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Jeff London, DJ Jason Smith.
Here come the pain.
When the sun